Button has been clicked. Keith always clears his throat somewhere on the countdown or right when we start. So now we know. And any minute now we're live. Keith, you want to do things?
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
We have Pam Myers here today, and we have the great Christian Finnegan. Pam, I want to start with you. Pam is a Kickstarter supporter, is part of the show today, is a stenographer in courthouses, right? I'm saying this right. And do you ever stenographer at home?
I used to. I stopped after I got yelled at by a judge on the record.
Because they thought you should be in the courtroom, or your lighting was off?
No, I think I was just on the phone that day because my computer wasn't working, which maybe was an extra step. But he yelled at me because I should have been in the courtroom and I couldn't hear the attorney who was in the courtroom correctly, the attorney who booked me to be online.
Oh, so he should have been yelling at IT. But my question is, you're the stenographer, meaning you're typing what everyone's saying. When he starts yelling at you, did you type that? Are you typing the back and forth of your yelling back and forth?
You have to type that you're fired.
To be clear, I'm not yelling back.
Okay. It's like, what the fuck, Pam?
He's just talking.
What, Your Honor?
Yeah, he's just like talking shit about me, and I'm writing it while he's happening.
Can you like add editorial like the Zoom isn't working, he said, with a booger hanging out of his nose or something?
With attitude, you're adding like stage direction.
I have done that before when the phone, because sometimes the phone interrupts and it just says it'll automatically mute you with no, and then all I can hear is you have been muted. To unmute, press *6. So if people are talking, that's all I hear. So I have to put like a little blurb in that says some kind of interruption.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's annoying. That's why I don't work online anymore.
Do you, you can't do it online if there's going to be those kinds of problems. Do you think like you didn't transcribe something right because of technical difficulties, or you put a judge in a certain mood that somebody's on death row now?
No. It's not criminal court, so not that one. Those people are all live in criminal court ever since we came back to court to live in 2020.
Seems fair.
I just a brief thing. I just wanted to congratulate Keith on his use of the word transcribe there, because a couple of moments ago he said you're a stenographer, and then he wanted to find the verb form of stenographer. He's like, so do you stenographer at home? Like that's what he thought the verb form of stenographer was.
You know, when he can't find words, it's very fun. Like he goes, and the picture taker at my wedding just couldn't.
I literally just wrote that down as a note. I was talking to the photographer and I go, so you're a good picture taker. Well, I paid a lot of money to be a good picture taker, so we use a better word.
Yeah, it really diminishes your it's like, I kind of devoted my life to this. Like, yeah, but now I guess to you I'm a picture taker. Okay.
Well, me and Kemda here, we're talkers. Pam, feel free to jump in anytime, of course. Christian, good to see you again. Christian Finnegan, of course. Well, for all guests, we say, hey, let us know what you're up to. Let us know your latest projects. Gives like an easy jumping off point. Okay. Here's what Christian wrote. I mean, you might as well use it to promote yourself. You took the time to be here. So what's his website? RowdyRoddyPiper.com. I went there. That's not true. It's actually Roddy Piper's website. All right.
Yeah, true.
What credits should we mention? Paw Patrol Officer Nubbins. By the way, does Chase have a crush on Sky, or did none of those words make sense, Christian? I don't believe you were in Paw Patrol.
And he doesn't have children.
It'd be super weird if I was into Paw Patrol without kids.
2017 Reader's Digest Best Suicide Note semi-finalist. He didn't even win. Wouldn't that be a hell of a
I was very proud of that. I was very proud.
Only the person who wins gets to suicide.
And U.S. Secretary of Agriculture 2011 to 2012.
It's a hard job. It's a respectable position.
How long did it take you to do that?
I don't know how long, but
were you supposed to be writing like a packet or something?
He put his legs on the table. He's like, I did my writing for today.
Yeah. We all find comfortable ways to procrastinate.
You go, hey, honey, is this good?
You didn't bring up my my link to the headshots or link to photos.
Oh, I'm gonna show the pictures. Oh, is it a fucked up link? I didn't think to click on it.
Oh, you didn't click on it? Oh,
No.
man.
Well, now I'm going to.
All right. Henda's gonna look that up. I'm gonna tell you the other info that could be used on the show about you. Is this true? Because I can picture this being true, or it could be from a movie. Sometimes I have this recurring dream where I'm the pilot of a plane and the engines have all gone out and everyone's gonna die, but I'm the only one who knows it. Is that from the Bible, or is that a real?
No, that's a real recurring dream that I have.
What do you think that's about?
Survivor guilt, or just I don't know, guilt of some weird amorphous Catholic kind that I can't put my finger on, or just
wait, repeat it because I was looking up his pictures and it turns out he just did a Google of sexy frogs and sent us that link.
It's frogs with tits.
So what I missed what's this mental breakdown?
No, I have a recurring dream where I am like the captain of either, like, I'm a pilot or like the captain of a spaceship or like a helicopter pilot or whatever, and like the engines have all gone out, but I'm the only one who knows it, and it's always me like trying to figure out how am I going to tell everybody on board that we're about to die. But I haven't told them yet.
I assume that's how you feel all the time.
It's pretty straightforward. I think it's but yeah.
Is it more you don't know how to present the information to them, or more that you fucked up?
No, it's never really my fault. As far as I can tell, it's not necessarily not my fault, but that's not the overall feeling. The overall feeling is like, oh God, I know we're gonna die. How am I going to tell people this? And if I just sit here in this, it hasn't happened yet. It's almost like a Schrodinger's cat kind of thing, where it's like, if I don't tell them, then maybe it isn't real yet. Like it's always in that middle of like, we're going to die, but nobody knows it. And so the terror hasn't started yet.
Like if somebody asked me to, like, what's Christian's personality? Like imagine a person who feels like we're all going to die any minute now, but he's not sure if to tell you. It's basically your vibe.
It's I think you call that a brand. That's my brand.
Can we describe? Hey, Pam, could you help us describe the mic check with Christian? I go, oh, it's coming a little buzzy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, hi, hello.
It was an adventure.
It was an adventure. It was fun. Do you, Pam? Do you have reoccurring dreams like that?
I don't remember my dreams. I don't sleep well, and I don't know how deep I get into dreaming personally.
Do you ever? Does the plane ever crash, Christian? Or do you wake up right before? Never.
It never. It's not that I remember. It's yeah. I don't know. And I haven't had it for a few months, but I probably had it 10 to 15 times over the years.
Did you expect to live this long for real? Did you? In life, in reality.
No.
Okay.
I guess. No, certainly not for the last. No. I'll say no.
Okay. Keith, you expect to live like another 50 or 100 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, for what?
That's the vibe he has.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Hey, you keep living.
Every day's gonna suck. Every day's
right.
Every day's gonna suck, but it's gonna go on forever. I'm gonna break a toe today, and it's gonna be fine. No, it's not gonna turn into gangrene or nothing. So who gives a shit?
Oh, hey, people who aren't watching, people who are only listening to this via podcast, will not get to appreciate the fact that today Hemda and Keith collectively have the appropriate number of sleeves. Meaning that Keith has 0 sleeves and Hemda has 2. She's doubled up Keith in the sleeve department. And so
I live my life.
Noticing. Thank you so much.
By the way, speaking of Hemda, chat was so fun last night.
Oh, good. Phew. Oh my God. I feel like I took over chat and I was like, and now you all have to hear me sing for an hour.
Took over in the best way.
And then I left.
How did we get there where it was a musical journey?
I took the edibles earlier than usual.
Well, it was so fun. In fact, I'm just singing, another song that somebody brings up. And then somebody goes, what it reminds me of? And everybody, quite frankly, is like, you shut the fuck up right now. I'm just singing.
What did you sing?
Fucking 50 to 100 songs, 30 seconds each, just going like an R&B journey through her life. It felt
the
like
Great American Songbook with Hemda Khalili.
It's fantastic.
Well, here's it. So what happens is when I'm like edibles high, all I want to do is sing. And if you live in New York and you heard someone scream singing like Whitney Houston, I'm gonna say it, Evanescence, Sarah McLachlan, like just the whole whatever female singer from the 90s.
Did Keith do the wake me up?
I helped. I helped. Everybody needs encouragement.
It's so like if I'm on a bike and high, I am scream singing songs in Central Park. Like, because in Central Park, I feel like if you take your headphones off, there's always some runner or some biker who's just singing along to their music with their headphones. And you just have to go, that's beautiful today. Because
it's great. I love that. Right? I love hearing it. I love doing it. Yeah, because it's like you're just passing through. So it's like by the time someone could be annoyed by it, you're already gone. So
yeah, and you're in a location where like this is what people do. Like people are working out here. The Central Park Loop. Like you're really only seeing runners, bikers, like people who are determined to get like miles and miles. Anyway, so when I'm high, I like to sing, and it's just. Oh, and then I wasn't doing this. I was stopping myself very much, but all of the words from everybody start sounding like a song. So I could imitate you guys as if I'm singing a song. So
the public, you mean? The public.
Everybody. So, and anybody, as I'm hearing you talking, I'm hearing it in song verse, and I can do all the notes because I could repeat all notes. So in my head, you're all singing a song, and I was about to sing every word that you said, but then I logged off because I think that is so obnoxious.
That's like your like beautiful mind thing. It's like people are talking and you just see it in musical notes floating around your head.
No shit. Yeah. You ever see the Cosby Show that R.I.P. our childhood, but the Cosby Show where oh my God, the singer Stevie Wonder is on.
Oh, that was the singer to me. they go in the hairbrush.
Oh right, night and day. Anyway, they go into the studio and they capture everybody from the family saying something. Like Theo goes jamming on the one. And then they put music to it and they go jamming on the one. And nobody remembers this one.
No,
anyway,
keep going.
That's what it's like in my head.
More, please. More.
Thank you. Oh, Christian, what a looking coup.
Is this why you have
keep going that well?
You have bouts of depression, right, Chemda? Do you think it's because like you stop talking to people, you don't hear music anymore? It's like the end of a concert. Shit, that's over. You know, you go to a concert, you come home, you play the songs all over again to keep the party going in your head. And now Chemda has no music from us talking.
You know, yes, I did have bouts of depression, but now I think I'm more conscious of the ebbs and flows of my brain. And so my brain doesn't go that dark anymore.
Okay. The pills? Or you're just better at it?
I'm paying attention. When you pay attention, if I needed pills, I would know. If I need a walk, I would know. So like now I can interrupt that cycle that starts me spiraling down. I used to like enjoy it and continue down the path and just get darker and darker. I've learned to interrupt it and get help.
Christian,
whatever that means. That could mean like walking outside. It could mean talking to a therapist. It's a lot of things.
I love turning into the skid. I love it. Like I like when you're like depressed and you're like, oh, I'm gonna really dig into this. Like I'm gonna be
the best at depression.
Oh God,
my shirts are never gonna be clean again. Look at this stain. Look what I did with my depression. It's becoming physical. Look at me becoming physically depressed. I love it. Now my outside matches my inside. It's great. Yeah. Don't think I'm happy for a second. You're all wrong, and this is how wrong you are.
Could I relate in any way where it's like if I want to cry, I play The Joke by Brandi Carlile or something like that? Is it that kind of thing, or is it offensive to me act like I'm in your guys' camp?
That's more cathartic. That's more what we do when we're healthy. We process emotion, go through it, and then come out of the other side. It feels different, and that's why you did turn on the song to cry. That's different.
No, I feel like Keith, you're gonna probably
there's a tone alert.
What?
Yeah, buddy. Let's see.
I was gonna say something complimentary. I'm sorry. I guess that's why it seemed like a joke to you, because I was gonna say something complimentary.
It's better safe than sorry. Please continue. I apologize.
I was just saying that like you have a much more reined in emotional range, I would say. Like the highs don't ever seem quite as high, or the lows ever don't seem quite as low. You kind of keep it tight, and then eventually you'll like shoot up a shopping mall or something. But until then, it'll probably be,
Honestly, that's why we need the Keith and the Girl show to continue, because I think that is the future if it shuts down. Like this is it, guys. This is processing emotions. So you want to make this stop? Don't go to the Kickstarter. I'm cool with that.
The Kickstarter is saving your life.
It's really not so much a Patreon as is a shakedown.
That's right. I wish I grew up with music in my life the way, especially you two. Christian, of course, big music fan. You can be on his Substack, and he tells you, he introduces new music to you. Kind of course, had music her whole life. I didn't have music to like Columbia House Records, where I got Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, and I heard it under the blanket in the dark in my bedroom, acting like I was asleep as my parents were putting up the Christmas tree.
That's how it was intended.
That's right. I'm like, this is awesome. I can't tell anybody in my family. I probably shouldn't have subscribed to this bullshit in the first place. But to get my hands on music was very, very slim. And now my disease is movies. I wish like nothing is better than music. What the fuck is better than music? Sex, sure. Nothing. How do you make sex better? With music.
Look, this is his depression. You see it? He doesn't get sad. He gets angry that he doesn't have just a bit more sunshine than today allots. and in fact, we just talked about us being able to get into the depths of hell. He's like, but you have a little sunshine over there that I don't. I don't understand why I don't have that sunshine.
Right. Why can't I be part of Music Nation? But
he
it's too
wants
late.
to be gay right now just to not be boring. Like there's so much going on here.
Am I take more than that?
Am I paraphrasing it wrong, Keith? Is it weird to get paraphrased wrong?
No, you're right. I am queer nation. Hemda, we dated. Then turns out what happens. She marries somebody that finds out later is a transgender man. My ex-wife now has kids with a woman. And I just want to say my life is a little more exciting knowing that, quite frankly, I'm nation.
I can't. Your stares right now, I'm only saying I can't because the people listening cannot just hear your stares. Best
stand-up I recently saw, Mae Martin, non-binary. That's pretty fucking nation. Oh, this book? That's Mae's book in my hand. I'm nation.
What does nation mean? I don't know what word you're saying.
You wouldn't, because you're not queer nation like me. You don't support.
Oh, queer nation. I see.
Does yours does QED have queer lineups? Because I'll tell you something. What? We take a whole month of June and have only queer people on. Some of them don't know it. They're going to figure it out later. But we're very supportive. I'm so much more nation than you, and don't even act like you're more nation.
I mean, that may actually be true. I think it would come as a shock to people because you certainly don't give off that vibe.
I myself,
you have a slightly hate crimey vibe about you, which
is usually on the opposite side of this nation.
Yeah. Like he seems like a guy who would walk into the gay bar and everybody would be like, uh-oh.
Is that what you mean?
Either this dude's gonna start harassing people in a negative way, or he's like a totally repressed dude who's just gonna like blow somebody in the men's room like immediately. Do you know what I mean? Who's just like, I hate gay people, and then just within 10 seconds,
I'm the urinal.
Yeah. Was the way you said that? Is that meant to imply that they're peeing in your mouth as you said it? You're like, I'm the urinal.
I can't spell it out. It might seem derogatory.
Nadine is chiming in saying, stop trying to make nation happen. That's not how normally she sounds, but tone alert. You know what I mean?
No, I'm so nation. Dear Keith and Camden. Ballard writes, I've been meaning to write this email for a couple of years to express how much you guys have meant to me. You guys in what's that? Say that again.
A couple of years.
Some people like to think before they speak. It's cool. It's cool.
I found you guys in 2010 when I started listening to podcasts. I started listening for the comedy and the comedy guests, but stayed because of the humanness. I have to say, some of the very important things you've done for me is to normalize LGBTQ people. Huh? Nation.
So nation.
Christian.
Hold on, I think we got our title. All right, and
Fuck.
that's written down. I was not exposed to a lot of gay or trans people in my life, and we didn't have the context to treat them normal. Well, of course they were around. You just didn't realize it. Like me, I didn't even realize it. But looking back, here's another thing for me being Team Nation. I took my clothing style from Ryan, who wore he'd wear a t-shirt and then an open button shirt and leave it open, and I didn't even realize he was gay. I was just like, this is a fucking cool cat.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
do you know how horrified a gay man would be to find out that you took their fashion tips, like that your fashion was inspired by no gay man, self-respecting gay man. That's awful to hear.
After listening for a few years, I made some friends and ended up marrying 2 lesbians as their minister. Nice. They're still together, so I'm good on the odds. Real nice. You also normalized taking control of relationships and how you stopped talking to your parents, Keith. And our parents come to your dad, Keith. I ended up cutting contact out with my brother because of actions he took that endangered my kids. Well, I don't need more information on that. Jesus. The effect of listening to the two of you and your guests has a profound impact on me, and I cannot thank you enough. This is all before I got the best gift of all, and that was spending a couple hours on Newsy's show, getting the experience the fun in person. I expect the show will go on. It has to. I just bought my lifetime VIP last year, but changed with the absence of Chemda. I'm just glad I got to listen to the last 18 years and everything the two of you have done. How beautiful. Isn't that sweet?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that thing about the absence of Chemda? What?
What's that?
Huh?
What did that say? What did he mean by the absence of Chemda?
Oh, I think
we'll forward you the email.
We'll forward it to you. Take a look at our Kickstarter, bro. This is offensive.
Is some shit going down?
Yeah. She's dying. Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. You're gonna look now.
He's looking now.
Well, now what's going on? Are you leaving the show? What?
Kenda's leaving the show at the end of our anniversary, March 7th.
Oh my God. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I'm blown away by this.
We just want to make all your episodes the most exciting ones.
Okay. Wow. All right.
But if I get married, my mom's death, this news here, I save it.
So
all
what's
for
it going to be
Christian.
after? Is it going to be just called Keith or
exclamation point?
Well,
Keith and the unplayed guitar? Like what's it? What's the
We'd like to introduce you to Pam. No, just kidding. I don't know. We're now doing auditions while I'm here. I'm joking. We don't know yet. Keith, that's up to you.
So everything's in the Kickstarter. Still there's not new information. I like the name and what we've done with it, Keith and the Girls. So I would like to keep that. I don't see myself talking to myself. And I do want another perspective. So not the, Team Nation. I want it to be a not male. But that's as far as I'm at right now.
All right.
So we'll
also
see.
like Cool in the Gang. They also are KATG, and a member of theirs just passed away. So I don't know if that's good timing or what.
A lot of G's are going away, I guess, is
Maybe
what you're trying to force
swap
there.
or like join forces where you're one KATG or something. I feel like there's something there.
Well, you have music, not math.
Okay. This is why I'm leaving.
Do you have to wait for the anniversary is my question.
Legally, yes.
Yeah, the Kickstarter got supported last time, so you guys did this.
Right. No, she'd be gone by now. Have you... She's Christian, she's focusing on self-help. You might have heard about her OMAT Club program. And she's over comedy and ever laughing again.
I hate comedians.
I can't blame you there.
No, I was warned, fairly warned, multiple times.
Have you thought where you're going to move? Coincidentally, she won't have her apartment anymore, and she's thinking moving to another country. That going anywhere?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because I'm maybe. Yeah, I'm looking into it.
Don't know. You have a country
100%.
in mind? You have a specific country in mind?
Thailand.
What?
Are you asking,
is that a country?
Timeshares in Gaza. No, I'm sorry.
I do have an Israeli passport. It's just
that's true.
Very expensive there.
What did you think, Pam, hearing the news? Is she fucking up her life?
I mean, I don't think she's fucking up her life, potentially.
Mine.
Yours.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of rude. Little rude.
Right?
Yeah,
And I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry that I already have a job, but I appreciate the offer.
I'm telling you,
But-
Hamda, I'm very worried that by 6 months after you're gone, he's going to be yelling about the fucking, the Zionist plots and jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Like he's going to lean hardcore into this sort of like weird conspiracy theory podcast world. Like it's all going to be just the like QAnon type stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
So
very
somebody
concerned.
goes, Keith, your thoughts on the Squid Game reality show weren't true. And I'm like, all right, here comes the right wing bullshit. Fuck you. You want to cancel me? Here's my Trump hat. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. But yeah, if it's confusing to anybody, keithandthegirl.com/kick. There's a video there, and it is heavy news, but the great Chris Turner freestyle raps what you just heard, and that's a little sugar with your medicine.
Little palate cleanser.
Yeah.
And we know that he only watched that video one time because we had a thing on it that says how many views it would have. And it had
Right.
0 when we sent it. It had 1 when he sent his freestyle rap back. So he can only hear it one time. And that's the rap that came out of it. So fucking impressive. When I listened to the rap, when he came back with the rap, I was like, did we say all of that? I
Right.
don't even remember. And I was there.
Right. By the way, speaking of Squid Game, I'm watching this bullshit, the reality part. Do you see this, Pam? You watch everything on TV, don't you?
No, I've been too busy, but I saw the original show, but not the new one, not the reality version.
I don't usually see this shit, but because the first, fake one, I guess you say, who knows which one's more fake now? The fictional one at first was a phenomenon, so I made myself watch it. And then because I watched that, I might as well see this new shit that's coming out. I guess everybody's going to watch it too. They showed 5 episodes so far on Netflix. Then they took a break, and I'm like, and it's going to be the Marble Game if you saw the original, the tearjerker one. And so I'm like, oh, that's going to be the last one. I'm excited. No, I don't know how this shit works. Turns out there's another batch of 5. And now I'm in too deep. This is my weekend now. God damn it. I get why people are depressed. I think I'm depressed nation too. Honest to God, this is my weekend now. How dumb. How fucking dumb.
Dumb that you have to now watch all of them, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you could not. You could just
How
not
the
watch
fuck
it.
can you not? I saw 5. I know these jerk offs. I have a feeling who's acting and who's not. One idiot is dumber than the next. How do I just not?
Pam, that was so smart. But when you say I feel like you can not, I don't think Keith has that feeling.
I got
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he has like happy, kind of sad, and then video games.
Right.
And also, I hate everyone. I
Yeah.
will continue to watch it.
Yes.
Good for him.
Yes. It's like the show's fucking me. Well, I want to know what they're talking about me, This is hell. 2 contestants of the new Netflix series Squid Game: The Challenge are threatening legal action over the time they did that green light, red light game. And they were outside. Apparently, it looks like instantly. I saw some woman was running to the other side. You can run now. You have to stop now. You can run now. You have to stop now. Some woman stopped and she was squatting. She talks to herself, "Why the fuck did I stop squatting?"
Yeah, I saw that 10. I saw literally the first 15 minutes, so I saw that.
Okay. And did you think to yourself too, like, well, this is a lot of money. You really think you're going to win? Even getting this far is something. Why did you give up and fall on the ground after what? 2 minutes of squatting? That game took 7 hours.
And it was
For real.
outside in the cold.
It was outside in the cold. People are suing for hypothermia. So she was
Holy
probably
shit.
squatting for an hour, like, fuck this. And they're not giving any, because that's not a real doll robot that can tell if you moved. They have to pause it and look at each fucking asshole and rewind.
Wait. So, yeah, that's crazy. I had no idea.
Right. And
But
put
I
that on
don't
the screen. Say it took 7 hours. That's more impressive now.
I think so too, but I don't understand why they had to play the exact games? Why not play something that you can track quickly? Why not play something that works?
Because it's so iconic.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that scene of the giant doll is so iconic to that series.
Right. No lawsuit has been filed yet, but the film has begun. But a firm has begun legal action against the show's production company. We care deeply, says Squid Game himself. We care deeply about the health and safety of our cast and crew, and invested in all the appropriate safety procedures, all of them. While it was very cold on set, and participants were prepared for that, any claims of serious injury are untrue. How would you be prepared for anything? They're morons. They're not. They weren't prepared for a fucking thing. Were they prepared mentally? They're in sweatsuits like the TV show.
Yeah, but it sounds like Netflix is pulling their contract and goes, yep, looks like we discussed this ahead of time and they signed. Right. That's what it looks like to us.
Well, it's also a little absurd to be like, I feel like I was mistreated on that show about people getting murdered like wantonly. Like, the craft services table is really subpar. And I mean, it is Squid Game. The whole show is about people just like dying constantly.
Well,
so
I don't know if it's sad or ironic or the opposite of ironic. The original show is supposed to show how desperate people can get to make money. And then they turned it into a real reality show to desperately get money.
And now they're suing that show to get money.
Right. And their original thought is like, hey, people could really go too far to the extreme in order to get money, which now they could use against them. Hey, you yourself said if there's enough desperation, people are willing to risk their life for money. Here I did that on your same show when you turned it into a reality show. I think I have a lawsuit.
Right. The show, they made me vomit into a tin that held a sugar cookie, but I don't think they were looking out for my health. Yeah, maybe not. I guess not.
I feel like they're doing the opposite of what their original point was. Their original point is look what these games are doing to people. Look what people with money, how they can pull strings and make people suffer in order for them to like push to their extreme to get money. And then they did that. What side are you on? That was your whole point on the first one. You practically had those people in the booth like twisting their mustache. It was so fucking like pointed. What's your point here?
Right. I agree. Yeah. Well, I'll be watching and following the point.
I should be their lawyer. I just made like the whole point. So right, Pam? You've been in law.
Is she on to something? Check the transcript.
Yeah. Did you type that up? That
I wasn't writing.
Harry Mason.
We lost it. All right.
Closing statement.
That's why the judge got angry. Yeah.
That's right.
So there's 4 shows, and then there'll be the final the final episode is like the third thing that they give out at once. What if the final episode is the court case? That'd be cool.
That's reality.
You should just watch that one then.
Right.
Speaking of deaths, I don't mean to throw all this on you, but I know you study what's going on, Christian, in the world, and I don't at all. Henry Kissinger passed away 100 years young. And looking at Twitter keywords, it doesn't seem like he was very liked, at least the group of people that I seem to know. Can you sum this up, Pam? Too, if you know anything.
Sure. No, I just to help you out. Henry Kissinger was an American politician, diplomat, political.
Who produced him? What are other acts I might like?
No, I think he was basically the man behind the throne during the 70s. During Vietnam. I mean, you could say that he is as singularly responsible for Vietnam as anybody else in the world. If not,
it was his idea to carpet bomb, and then he pretended it was his idea to end the war.
Yeah, and and he was just a guy who sort of the Dick Cheney of his day, but wasn't even an elected official. He was just this guy.
He was just a dick.
The power behind the throne. Yeah,
Thanks,
I see what
Pam.
you did there.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Christian. Around the room. Thanks, Keith. Okay.
Maybe it'll be just Keith. Who gives a shit? Anyway, Christian, please.
Well, I was just gonna say that it's a complicated legacy. Some people think he was a villain. Some people think he was a hero. I always just knew him as Hank from Laser Tag, personally, but that was just me.
Why did they?
Yes, I tweeted that joke last night.
Why do I see? Why do I see R.I.P. Bozo, and it obviously goes to him? Why is he called Bozo?
Well, I think people have been. I mean, it's been kind of a meme for the past 10 years that whenever somebody like beloved died, it was like, and Henry Kissinger still lives. Like that's been kind of the thing. Is like, how the hell is this guy still alive when like, if if anybody, because it's not like he was ever like healthy. It's not like he was a marathon runner. He was just this little troglodyte dude who was kind of pure evil in most people's minds and stuff like that. And how did he live to fucking 100 years old? And so I think it's just like finally this bozo is dead. I think I don't know why that specific hashtag.
Okay, like
I'm not in charge of the algorithm, Keith.
I'm like, was he the original clown or something? Like, what? Why did Bozo catch on? But all right, okay.
Who can say? Who can say?
Thailand, Chemda. I'm thinking, like, why not Maui? Houses
Expensive.
are probably cheap now, aren't they?
No.
Are they cheaper? No.
No. Mm-mm.
All right.
Mm-mm. Not the
Well,
flight, not places to stay, nothing. Mm-mm.
Well, so she needs a place with a good sex tourism industry. That's a lot of creepy dudes go to Thailand to have. Sorry,
yes.
It is a funny place that you just picked. Did you just make it up or?
No, but it is one of the places that you can go for cheap, like really, really cheap. And now that they legalized weed, I'm no longer illegal. But I think you could stay there for 30 or 45 days and then you have to keep going. Costa Rica is great because also very, very cheap, very, very beautiful. I'm also thinking like, I never want to be cold again. Let's see if that happens. But Costa Rica's internet is not so, like they don't really focus on internet so much. So they need to catch up. So there's a lot of places that you can go, but you'll end up paying more than New York City prices. And also they won't give a shit about your internet and you'll either be cold or, it's like a lot to.
If you're in the parts of the country where it's beautiful, then you're not going to have like internet. You're not going to have like services. And if you're in a place where it has services, you're not in the beautiful part of the country. So
exactly where Thailand has these beautiful, but you're exactly 12 hours difference. So 10 a.m. is 10 p.m. there. So the tie to New York can't really stay. I don't know.
I see.
Yeah.
I do want to see like. I do want to check on your health afterwards. Like if you move to a place where you get less American news, maybe you don't even get the internet. I'd like to see what's going on. I don't know how to contact you, but I'd like to see what's going on with your health.
I had a friend visit Thailand about 12 years ago, and she got bit by a monkey. And had to go to the hospital, and she said it was the cleanest hospital she's ever been to in her entire life.
Oh my God.
Like you could eat off the floor. And so then they didn't continue on their trip that they were on because it was a 2-week trip.
I would take a break.
One. Yeah. So they just got a hotel, and it was like $100 a night, and they got a butler in their hotel for like
$100 a night is a lot over there. Yeah. You can like.
It was fancy.
Yeah, that's very, very fancy. Wow, but what does a butler do? I guess if you got bit by a monkey,
he takes care of you.
I don't think he was a doctor, but
shall I dress your monkey bite wound, ma'am?
I do want to travel more in general. Oh, which reminds me, for our Christmas break, where do I want to go? What are your plans, Chemda?
Packing, I guess. Okay. See, I think like you don't like going anywhere because
but I like being there.
But what do you like about places? I don't even know why you would travel. You hate everything about it. What do you want to do?
Now I'm in Fiji. I gotta watch the episodes of Squid Game. Why do I have to do this? My whole vacation's ruined.
I do like all the tourist bullshit. I mean, I'm the guy that I see number one hamburger restaurant. I'm like, well, that's got to be by law. So I Google top 10 things and wherever I'm at, and I do love that stuff.
Yes. When was the last time you went somewhere and did the top 10 things and was like, oh, I'm so glad I got in a car. I packed my shit. I went on the airplane. Then who knows where the fuck I'm going there. Got lost 20 times. Then went on a beach. Oh, a beach. But then I saw the most beautiful bridge and they told me that they built it. It took them 100 years to build. And that I found that fascinating. My name's Keith Malley.
I got excited at first, and then you put in that caveat. Yeah, I was going to say Chicago, and then I'm like, nope, their hot dog sucks. Their pizza's bullshit. Their museums are fucked up. And the funnest thing was like me and my brother crashed a party and stole their food. I'm like, I guess I could have done that anywhere.
How are the museums fucked up? Like, what does that mean?
Oh, I was going for a third. Comedy comes in threes.
All right.
Comedy with a K. All right, Christian.
Let me know when there's some comedy.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Pam, can you read that back? This son of a bitch.
Well, Christian, you travel so much, right?
Not anymore. I used to. I haven't traveled as much recently. But
do you travel for not work ever?
Well, now
I don't even say
I'm
for pleasure. I dare say pleasure in your face.
Fuck you. I do pleasure.
I love pleasure.
I do pleasure. No, we went
Fuck
to
you. I do pleasure. That's the
quote. We're bringing back quotes just for Christian.
I went to Iceland in March or May or April, sometime in the spring.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Compare your trips together. See who enjoyed themselves. One of you? None of you? Any?
I did. I climbed a natural rock wall.
Oh yeah, we had this conversation, I think. Yeah,
and I had a good time.
Well, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's it's like Keith went to Iceland and didn't do shit. You just stayed in Reykjavik, right?
Yeah. I only stayed in the #1 place in Iceland. Yeah, that's all I did.
What'd you enjoy about it?
What'd you do, Christian? It's so fucking great in Iceland. I'd love to hear this bullshit. I had a bird. I had 2 birds land on me and stayed there enough for me to take a picture of it. What did you do?
I went to 3 different natural hot springs.
I ate puffin. What did you do? Of course, we went to the hot springs. It's the first thing that comes up on Google. Oh, were you at the big one? You're shitting me.
No, I didn't. Well, yeah, we did go to that one, but we went to 2 other ones as well. And I will say, yeah, you ate a puffin, but it was the one that landed on you that let you take a picture of it.
I know where my food comes from.
Just bit into it.
You honestly, Keith, this is the only reason why you should travel to go. I did that. What did you do?
Yeah, my travel show is called "What the fuck did you do?"
I ate horse when I was in Iceland.
That's gross.
It's good.
That's disgusting.
It was good. It was
horse? You're so gross.
It's a kind of a thing there. It's kind of a thing.
Does it come with blinders on the plate? You sick fuck.
No, but it does. It comes with a big pile of glue next to it.
We're dipping.
Yeah, we're dipping. It's
we use every
sauce.
part.
I ate guinea pig when I was in Peru.
Oh,
okay.
That's like their traditional Christmas. That's their traditional Christmas meal. Like we have turkey on Thanksgiving, they have guinea pig on Christmas.
See, everyone tries to get rid of one of the overgrown animals that they have in their backyard on a holiday. And all they do is call it special. And then we're like, no, you have to have guinea pig. It's Christmas. No, you have to have turkey. That's our favorite all of a sudden once a year. And we never ever
why is Jackie Mason here all of a sudden?
Because comedy comes in Jews.
Yeah. Well done. That's nice. You gotta have turkey. It's special.
If you want to see what Christian's up to, go to rowdyroddypiper.com and you can find mugs and hats and everything's right there. It's very exciting.
Your show should be called I'm Over Here Now. What did you do?
What is hamster or guinea pig? I don't want to offend anybody. Yeah, big difference. What does it taste like? Is it fatty in a good way?
It's a bit like puffin.
Okay, that was good. That was good.
Honestly, there's like no meat on it. It's like when you take away all the fur and stuff, it looks like a squirrel. Although they left the head on it, so like the little teeth is like sitting there on the plate. Yeah.
Oh, because it's Christmas? Is that why they left the head on?
Yeah. It's a Christmas miracle.
I quit now. It's today the 7th of anything.
They serve it to you in a wheel.
What?
I don't get it. What?
Oh.
Oh, the hamster. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's hamsters. This is a guinea pig. It's a different animal.
Yeah, I bet you tasted it different. You're like, no, this is definitely a guinea pig. They definitely wouldn't have given me a hamster.
Don't you keep guinea pigs the same? Don't they do?
They must think I'm a uncouth. I'm sorry.
It was probably a rat.
Probably.
That's right.
I mean, could you really complain? Like, I can't believe you fed me a rat, sir. You ordered a guinea pig. Like how? Like,
And you just
You-
ate a horse.
yeah.
You know what's weird? In the other countries, they actually served you chicken. That's a fucking thing. That's the kicker. Christian, what should the audience know to do to find out more about you? I don't know why they would, but people are pretentious out there.
It's a valid question. If you are in or around New York City, I am running my latest hour of the stand-up comedies on Thursday, December 14th at 9 p.m. at QED Astoria.
Okay.
I am an hour of comedy delight. If you are not in New York, or even if you still are, I do have my newsletter called New Music for Olds, which is newmusicforolds.substack.com. And then I have 5 albums on iTunes, so you can find them. You have a Google machine.
Just look for Christian on Spotify.
Right.
What's the latest band that you're into? Or rather, what's something new that I would like, knowing I'm Team Guns N' Roses, Candlebox, and Tesla.
Candlebox, Jesus Christ. Just awful. They're just a terrible band. That you would like. You might
good for real.
All right, take your word for it. There's a metal band that I like right now called Howling Giant, which I do enjoy. Kind of sort of proggy, but not too much so.
This is what he's gonna yell at you at next. The next time we see you.
You
Right?
told me to listen to Howling Giant. It's no Bullet Boys.
Because then Smooth Opinion is so good. Oh boy.
Is it?
It rocks.
Is it? Yeah. I would say that if you were never a Nine Inch Nails fan, were you, Keith?
Yeah.
Were you?
Sure.
There's a band called Health that has a new album that is really good. Kind of sounds a little bit like early Nine Inch Nails.
And then you could say, I'm into health recently,
Do they do 9 Inch Nails?
Yeah, I could do that.
I was trying to talk over a Christian, please.
No. Yeah, it's a shame that we had to talk over each other there, so people couldn't see how hilarious all three of us were in that moment.
Only Pam knows.
Yeah. No, they what was your question again?
It doesn't matter.
It
so
doesn't.
go to
You're
Roddy
right, I
Roddy
agree. It does not
Piper,
matter.
and the Twitter account is Sarah McLaughlin, and you're gonna like Christian. No,
McLaughlin.
I there you go. So I understand you, dear listener, why you would hate Christian, but his stand-up really is very funny, and
Thank
I mean
you.
that.
That's
Right?
very kind of you.
Say it.
Thank you, Keith.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Pam, any exciting court cases coming up that we should check out?
Can you judge Christian's appearance? Is that something we can ask for?
Oh,
Not Christian. Me. Like, should I keep quitting?
I don't think she gives opinions in court, right?
No, I'm kind of wallpaper if all goes well.
Okay.
Can you read
I
back
have
who did the
opinions.
best?
Do you have to watch no joke? Do you have to watch your face in court sometimes?
100%.
Really?
Mask times were great for me because when I'm all like this, I mean aces, no one knows.
Right.
Because sometimes it's like, oh, but
you're going to jail.
Truly can't do that. So I literally bite the inside of my mouth sometimes. It doesn't happen a lot because it's like civil court. It's just like people and businesses suing each other. It's nothing super exciting, but every now and then there's some fun drama, and it's like, oh, I can't.
Do you ever give like with your eyes, like, no, stop.
Do you use one of those tiny little stenographer machines?
No, the big ones.
Big ones. I have it next to me if you want to see.
Yeah,
it.
let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see
at
it.
my desk, but it's pink. I just got a new one a few months ago. But so this is the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it looks
That's
like a
the
little mini
keyboard.
computer.
Yeah.
It is.
Cute.
Yeah, so like I hooked
Can you
this up
type
via
flamboyantly?
Bluetooth.
Like can you like do it like Liberace style where you're just
All
like
right, we're gonna
I don't think I could go as fast. I don't think I could go as
Christian,
fast if I was like.
right. Christian's really trying to be part of the nation, but he's not invited. Sorry,
Pam,
nice
can
try.
I stenographer your response to today's episode?
Do you take shorthand?
Shorthand. Yes.
I thought it was lovely. I did not intend to be so involved, but I appreciate that you let me.
Appreciation.
So it was fun.
Well, we appreciate you, and very sincerely, thank you so much for supporting the Kickstarter. It, of course, That stuff keeps this shit going, and it means a lot. And it's great to see you. Thank you, Pam.
Good to see you guys.
Christian too. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Damn.
Stick around. Heather's going to close, but stick around so we can say goodbye to you properly.
Oh.
I just love it. Bucho says, "I'm so hungry I could eat a horse."
Yeah.
No, you can say that. Pizza says you should listen to Bad Bunny, Keith. Oh boy,
Okay.
Pizza. Ryan.
I like Bad Bunny on SNL, and I didn't really
Solamente en
know.
español, I think.
Yeah.
Ryan.
I mean, if you like Bad Bunny, what do you hear? Good Bunny.
Hello.
Oh.
It's a shame that technically the show's over.
Yeah, when
listen-
you kept saying nation, I kept thinking of Bill and Ted 2 with like station. That's all I could think of,
that's
but I
funny.
didn't know if anyone would know that reference.
No, they
Well-
wouldn't, but that's still
I
fun.
don't think so either.
Listen to Black Rainbows, Keith, the album Super Skull, and Pam. Rock on, Pam. Shouts to Pam. Pam's awesome.
that's
So
nice.
there's
Oh,
the love for
that's
Pam
nice.
is coming in, and Christian, they love you. We just needed that.
What did you do that?
No, it's a new Zoom thing we're realizing. Like one time I did like a fist thing, and then the thumbs up popped up. The other day somebody
do
did
it.
this, did thumbs
Whoa.
Oh,
up.
that's so weird.
I don't know that I like
I don't know
that.
how to do
I don't
that.
either.
Nothing's happening. I
But
don't have it. I just updated.
did something just happen to me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got nothing.
Me neither.
No?
oh it's raining because you did thumbs down.
Oh my god.
What if I show butthole? What will happen then?
Right. A penis
Only one way
comes
to
up.
find out.
just hearts everywhere.